There's a huge crowd here at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre, and they've come along to witness what should be a crackerjack game. It's the Brisbane Bullets, the home side, up against the Perth Wildcats, two of the all-time great rivals in the NBL, Hurley. Many a great battle over many a long year.
Certainly has, Terry, and it all probably started when with Cal Bruton and myself. But both teams are very good teams, and of course the Bullets will want to avenge last year's defeat in the final series. They're playing well at the moment, had a great win against Sydney last week, and of course Perth, they're playing well, had an easy win last night.
And the Perth Wildcats, yes, they did up in Townsville. They really donkey whipped the Townsville Suns by 131 to 91, and that was without Ricky Grace. The Illawarra Hawks in the other match, big winners over the Geelong Supercats. Curl with 26 points on that occasion. And the Newcastle Falcons, well, they upset the Southeast Melbourne Magic. And the North Melbourne Giants, well, they're still hightailing it out in front in the top 8 of the Mitsubishi Challenge ladder. The Bullets in second spot, Curly, and this is an important game because they can put a mini gap in between themselves and Perth.
Well, they can, and they'll be really out to win that game, 8-2 as against Perth's 8-4. And then you look down at the bottom there, well, the bottom 4 teams, like we keep saying, Terry. But Newcastle had a big upset win last night, so they've got another chance to get back in that top 8.
As I said before, Ricky Grace did not play against the Townsville Suns last night. He has a strained leg, but he has been named in the starting lineup for the Perth Wildcats. He'll be up against Roger Smith. Shane Hill, back from Australian Boomers duties, lines up against Trevor Torrance. Loggins and Vlahoff, Colbert and Fisher, and Moore and Crawford. 2 impressive lineups on paper.
Terry, the matchups there are just worth coming to. Have a look at them. You know, the Smith-Grace one, that's going to be great. Hill and Torrance is going to be another super matchup. What about Loggins and Vlahoff, Colbert and Fisher, Moore and Crawford? You know, just watching those matchups is good enough itself. Whereas the benches, well, both teams are very strong from the bench with a lot of experience and a couple of young players.
We stand now here at Boondall for the national anthem.
At every stage, advance Australia fair, in joyful strength, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
There you go, the big crowd pumped up here. No shortage of entertainment out here, as always, at Boondall, where these two sides, Brian Curl, as we mentioned in the opener, have done battle. Some great memories here for you, winning the championship in '87. Shane Hill, of course, what a battle he's got on his hands tonight. Up against Ricky Grace. Shane's been away with the Boomers this week. He's played a lot of time with the Australian team this week, and he's in very good shooting form.
He certainly is. He's a little bit tired on Thursday when I was talking to him. He's had a few early mornings because they were jumping from town to town playing against the American college teams, getting ready for the World Championships. But he said he's okay, he's a bit asleep and ready to go to see Ricky Grace there. Well, there's a cloud over him, Terry. There's been conflicting reports. Let's hope that Ricky Grace is okay, because Ricky Grace, Shane Hill duel is always worth seeing, and Ricky's been one of the real superstars in the National League since he came out here. And there you see him there, cool and calm. Very expressionless is our Ricky Grace, and I'm sure that, well, there you go. So he's not starting at all. Eric Waterston's coming on the court for Ricky Grace. So the mail was pretty true that I got this afternoon.
Ricky Grace, it was left to him as he warmed up to see how that leg was. Coach Adrian Hurley said it'll be up to Ricky to see how he warms up and just how much time he does play tonight. But I'm sure he will be out there at some stage. He was rested last night against the Townsville Suns. Interesting to see how much time Grace does play. Crawford with the tip-off against the Perth Wildcats. Vlahoff. Watterson, and already Leroy Loggins matching up there on Vlahoff. Watterson, too much speed for Andre Moore. The reject by Leroy Loggins. Heel. Quick transition by the Bullets. Can't come up with the points. Vlahoff for the first 3 points of the night. Roger Smith. Can he convert? Yes, he can.
What a great outlet pass. A good look from Shane Hill there. Andrew Vlahoff took the shot. He looked a little bit off balance, didn't make it. He'll pick the crumbs up and just go great outlet to Smith, who finished off with a super layup.
Off the foot of Roger Smith. The Perth ball from the side. Trevor Torrance will bring it in. Speaking to Bruce Palmer before the game, all his game plans have been centred around Ricky Grace playing. So Ricky Grace is not out there. In some ways that's a bonus because he's such a magnificent player, averaging 20 points per game. In other ways, all that hard work and all the game plans to stop Ricky Grace has gone to waste in some way.
Well, yeah, but good coaches, Terry, they have a contingency plan, and I'm sure that Palmer would have had one. There you'll see a charging foul called on Shane Hill. So James Crawford picked up the block there, and Eddie crouched right on it. So not a good start for Hill, but you know, he had to take it to the hoop there. So Bruce Palmer, Terry, he'll have other plans there in line. It won't be concerning him all that much, because you've got to be careful these days when you're coaching. You can really centre on a player like that, and if there is a cloud over him and something happens, well, then the players all mentally get let down.
Andre Moore out there. Put some pressure on Vlahoff. Watterson faked. James Crawford works the baseline. The shot was short. Heel comes away. A real up-tempo game played by the Bullets tonight. Loggins for two. And he'll get a chance to go to the line to complete the three-point play.
That was Hill's second rebound for the game, and got the ball out to Roger Smith, who held it up to Loggins coming down just on the opposite side of the basket. Loggins made it and fouled by Watterson. Great start here by the Brisbane Bullets. Perth have just rushed in their offence down there, Terry. The Bullets' defence is really pressuring and making them hurry their shots up, which Perth don't really like to do. They want to come down and just run a nice, even tempo half-court offence.
It's 5-zip at the moment. The Brisbane Bullets in front over the Perth Wildcats. Torrance. Scotty Fisher, I think he copped a minor push in the back there, and the ball went astray. Loggins came up with it. Colbert, who had a huge game, as did Andre Moore against the Sydney Kings. Loggins with a sensational tip-in.
Well, you won't see many better tip-ins than that, but poor blocking out from Andrew Vlahoff as Hurley goes for a timeout early in the first quarter.
Hello. Optus say yes.
But yes to what, Your Honour?
Allow us to highlight a few of the new Mitsubishi Verada's features. Introducing the new Mitsubishi Verada V6Xi.
You could win $100,000 in the $1.2 million Swan Gold Channel 10 Hot Shot Contest. Entry forms are on the back of cartons of Swan Gold Stubbies. Stay watching the Wildcats on 10 and win.
Perth trail the Brisbane Bullets by 7 points to 0. 2 minutes and 20 seconds gone in the opening quarter. Vlahoff, can he open the account? Reject by Andre Moore.
It's a good double team there from the Bullets, making the Perth Wildcats giving up the pass. Here we go, Andre Moore up there, good block. Andrew Vlahoff thought he had an easy layup, but Andre Moore had different thoughts.
They're keyed up the Bullets, plenty of pressure. Watterson. Crawford. He's the key man inside. Loggins there once again, and the foul called on Shane Hill. I think this could be Shane Hill's second foul for the night. So he's been in the thick of the action already.
Yeah, well, Shane must have had his hand there in Crawford's back, but Leroy came over and really stripped Crawford of the ball. So Perth had their first chance to register their points in the game, and James Crawford does that. But, oh, gee, the Bullets' aggressive defence is it's causing Perth so many problems out here. Perth just can't get into a rhythm.
Once again, the Bullets keen Push this ball up court as quickly as possible. Colbert, Roger Smith, Andre Moore, dominant under the basket, Andre Moore, and picks up the foul.
Good offence there, good ball rotation. Andre Moore just caught Crawford out of position there, and Andre Moore went up strong, and that was an aggressive move from Andre Moore. 29 years old, Terry.
29 years old, and he's playing as good as ever. Andre Moore, down it goes, so he completes the three-point play. 10 points to 2. The Bullets over the Perth Wildcats. Blahoff goes around Moore. Great move by Andrew Blahoff. The reject by Dave Colbert. He's been fouled.
So Andrew Blahoff's had a couple of shots inside as we watch this. This is good play from the Perth Wildcats. But Dave Colbert just a little bit unlucky there. And Andrew Blahoff has had 2 shots and they've both been blocked. Now at the foul line.
Makes the first. Blahoff takes Perth to 3. The Bullets 10. Down they go. 6-point split at the moment. Loggins. Colbert weaves his way through the key. Andre Moore.
He put that down to a great assist there from Dave Colbert. He put the ball on the floor, just took it at the foul line and dished it off to Moore, who did the rest.
James Crawford can't make the tough shot off the backboard. Great defensive rebound. Andre Moore.
A little bit of look of frustration on James Crawford's face there after he took that shot. He slapped his fist into his hand. And James is finding that pressure out there. They're rushing him, not allowed to make his own move at his pace.
12 points to 4. The Bullets up over the Perth Wildcats. The screen set by Moore. Now he has the ball back in his hands. Shoots for 2.
Well, Andre Moore, he's off to a sensational start. 7 points already. Block shot, rebound, and playing some very good defence out there as well for the Bullets.
Heel comes out to try and stop Trevor Torrance. Torrance around Moore. Makes the 2. Heel for 3. Looks good.
Well,
that was a good sharp shot, Curly.
That was a top shot, that was, and we were never going to miss as soon as it left his hand. We were sitting right behind him. He had a good view, good line of the ball. As we see a foul here being called, and Bullets are calling for a travel. But, Trevor Torrance, he's taken the ball to the hoop and not showing any respect at all for Dave Colbert and Andre Moore inside.
It's definitely the most enthusiastic and the sharpest start we've seen from Brisbane so far at Boondall this season.
Well, you just love this game, don't you, when the players are enthusiastic like that and they play. And we see Sibley's come on for Andre Moore, so now it'll be interesting to see if Sibley will pick up on the rebounding, not that the Bullets are getting hurt on the boards. And he'll also add some more spice to their defence, which has been really working for the Bullets in these first 4.5 minutes of the game.
I don't know if Trevor Torrance, the man on screen at the moment, would be too keen to see Robert Sibley out there. Of course, there became a famous bit of highlight videotape when Sibley put on that massive screen and Torrance went bang into it. Of course, Sibley was in the Melbourne Tigers colours on that occasion. And now he's a Brisbane Bullet, back in his home state. Loggins for 3 of his own.
Well, Loggins has kept going from where he finished off last week. He hit some big 3 points in really that same spot last week against the Sydney Kings. And Loggins is really, he's on fire. All the Bullets are on fire at this stage.
Scotty Fisher opens his account for the night. Heel looking for the openings. Now he's been told by his captain Loggins, settle things down and set the play up. High risk pass there by Shane Heel nearly came off. The Bullets will get the ball back from the side.
The Bullets are shooting, Terry, at a sensational clip of 80%, where the Perth Wildcats are shooting at 22%.
Travel called on Roger Smith.
We've got a substitution.
It's a bit of difference, isn't it? 80% to 22%.
It helps, doesn't it? 20 points to 10, the scoreline midway through the opening quarter.
Yes, and Hurley's now sat Crawford down, let him think about the game a little bit, and has brought on the youngster Aaron Trahair, who I think you were talking to Adrian Hurley about, Terry, and he's got big raps on him.
Certainly the highest ranked rookie in the league, Robert Sibley. The quick transition by the Bullets has been impressive. The game plan's working at the moment. Here's Trahair. He played plenty of minutes last night, Curly. He came up with 19 points against the Townsville Suns and Aaron Trahair.
He went to the Institute of Sport. He was there under Adrian Hurley for a couple of years and had a great series at the World Championships of the under-20s with Gordy McLeod. And Gordy said he had just a great player, understands the game, a very good athlete.
The Bullets 22, the Perth Wildcats 12, midway through the opening quarter.
Touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Well, the Bullets on fire at the moment. Leroy Loggins in great form from outside, as is Shane Heal. 22 points to 12 over the Perth Wildcats. Perth wouldn't be too worried at the moment, Curly. Very early days and they're chock-a-block full of talent.
Well, it is early days, and they're not started too well at all, and a lot of that can be put down to Ricky Grace not out there settling things down for him. Young Eric Watterson's been around for a fair while and a lot of experience. He'll be trying to do the job that Ricky does, but that's upset him a lot. They're starting to get worried as you see the Bullets. They've made another sub. Wayne Larkins has come on for Roger Smith, so now he's going to be at the ball, and Watterson and Trahair are going to have him snapping at their heels.
Larkins will play a major role in putting pressure on the backcourt combination of the Perth Wildcats. And now Perth lift their intensity a touch. A near turnover there. The Bullets maintain control of the ball. Heal shoots from the baseline. Torrance pulls up and shoots. It was for 2 points. Heals away. Loggins is running.
It's unlucky there, Shane Hill. Nice pass, Leroy. Not his fault. Maybe a few years ago he might have just found that extra 6 inches, but it was a good look. And I don't know if that was the right shot there taken by Trevor Torrance.
Trahair. Simply trying to stop Fisher. It's a big job. In fact, all the matchups tonight are big assignments, Curly.
Well, I said in the intro, there's some great matchups out there, and who wouldn't want to come and see players like Blahoff, Fisher, Crawford, Moore, Colbert, Sibley, Peel, the whole lot of them. There's just so many talented players out here tonight, and the crowd and the viewers are really fortunate to see so many great players playing into one game. There's a comedy of errors there from both, and Andre Moore wasn't ready for the pass, and then Fisher on the ball, and he's got Larkin snapping at his toes.
Heal. Shane Heal up against Aaron Trahair. So a chance for Shane Heal to teach Aaron Trahair a couple of old tricks. And Trahair to show his enthusiasm against the Boomers guard at the moment.
Larkin's had his path cut off there, and Watterson gets mixed up in the Bullets huddle.
Picked up a bit of information, Eric Watterson.
So, Watterson a little bit unfortunate there, but it was a foul. Larkin's true.
So Watterson's been around a while. 289 NBL games. for Eric Watterson. He earns a break at the moment. CJ Bruton comes onto the court for the Perth Wildcats. Still,
the Bruton name just won't leave Perth.
No, it won't go away. His father, Carl, made such a big name for himself in Brisbane, both as a player and then as an opposing player and an opposing coach. And some of the great battles here. Blahoff, Bruton. Larkins right on his hammer. Fisher, James Crawford. Great move by James Crawford.
Well, that little stint on the bench may have helped Crawford. He's looked a lot more comfortable with that shot there, but CJ Bruton, he held up and ran the play very well.
Perth have got that wonderful mixed curly, a heap of experience and probably some of the best young players certainly in the country.
They've got two of the most exciting young guards in Traherne.
Heal for three, talking about exciting guards.
Well, you won't see too many better three-point shots than that from Shane Heal or anybody. But you're right. And CJ sends Larkins down and Sibley. But with CJ Bruton and Traherne, as we see this three-pointer here from Shane Heal. Look at this, feet set, eyes on the basket. That's a good lesson in a youngster when you learn how to shoot the ball. But these two young players, Traherne and Bruton, they've got they're only 19 years of age and got just a tremendous future in front of them.
Junior on the line. I tell you, he doesn't mind the charity stripe. 92% the charity stripe in season 1994.
A little bit low. His father was a very good shooter from the foul line as well. Took a lot of pride in his foul shooting. Practiced it lots and lots of times during the week. But it's good to see CJ taking over where Cal left off.
Colbert really returned to his dazzling best against the Sydney Kings last weekend here at Brisbane. Heal for another three. Looks good again. He's hot.
Well, last year we gave him a hard time, Terry, with his shooting. He was 2 from 13. Tonight we'll praise him up a little bit. He's 3 from 4. He's hit 2 of the biggest three-pointers you'll ever see. I said to him before the game, I yelled at him, "You play bad tonight, we'll give you a bag." And then he looked at me, and he had that look of determination on his, and shot there from CJ Bruton, but there's that big rebound from Crawford. And just the look, Terry, you could tell that he was in for a good game tonight.
Heal, as we mentioned, been away with the Boomers side, playing a lot of games, and obviously it sharpens up your shooting. This deserves 4 points if it went down.
It's interesting to watch the Perth defence, to see how they're jump switching and just from outside, from behind the screens all the time, and then they just leave the man and run back. So that causes a few problems with a give and go play there. Now here, Dave Colbert just caught unawares there. It's easy, that offence. So it's an 8-point lead now to the Bullets.
30 points the Bullets, 22 the Perth Wildcats. Dave Colbert earns a rest for the Brisbane Bullets. So at the moment, the Bullets controlling the momentum of this game. Their play's been in the highest order. Their shooting's been nothing short of sensational.
Has, and the Perth defence has picked up now as well. Their denial defence there from, I think it was Scotty Fisher, I'm not quite sure. Shane Heal leaves the court, and he's been replaced by Luke Gribble.
2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. 8-point ball game to the Brisbane Bullets. Sibley, Loggins, Robert Sibley. Big move.
Top move and a great assist there from Andre Moore, but Sibley, he did a couple of pirouettes there and made the easiest of layups, but he made it look easy. It wasn't an easy shot, but in the end it was off the glass and 2 points. So they keep maintaining that 10-point lead.
Sibley, somewhat of a bogey man for the Perth Wildcats, I imagine. Wouldn't like coming up against him too often. He's had a lot of success against Perth. He's won 2 championships against Perth.
Yes, he certainly has. And obviously we lose the court now, and Dave Colbert's back in. So Palmer's substituting quite freely and keeping that pressure on the Perth Wildcats.
Bruton in there trying to spoil that play. He failed to do so. Moore, the option on the baseline was a good one.
So at the start of the game, the Bullets with their defence and their quick transition were hurting the Perth Wildcats, and they've got that transition game hurting them once more. And one of the things Palmer wanted to do before the game was to cut out the transition of the Perth Wildcats, and he certainly has done that and has beaten them at their own game, because Perth are a strong transitional team.
Now Loggins just slowing things down. We're approaching the final minute of the opening quarter. Gribble on court for the Bullets. Andre Moore. They've worked well as a team tonight so far. Colbert can't land the 2, but they'll get a second chance. Use the time up. 52 seconds remaining. Gribble. Moore wants the ball in his hands. He has it now. Larkins weaves his way around the legs of the Perth players. CJ Bruton. Bullets will have the parting shot in this opening quarter with 24 seconds remaining. Looking to set up one good play, run the clock down, and go into the opening quarter with a big lead, 34-22. They'd like to make it 36-22. Loggins has a quick look at the clock. 7 seconds remaining now.
Defence there from Crawford denied Colbert getting the ball. But too, I was just looking at the stats, the woeful shooting percentage of Perth Wildcats, a miserly 33% compared to 69 from the Brisbane Bullets.
69%. Great figures being turned in by the Bullets. The Perth Wildcats haven't quite found their mark at the moment. They trail by 12 points. The alley-oop pass by Gribble. For Shane Frolling. So at the first break, it's the Brisbane Bullets 34, the Perth Wildcats 22.
Now treat yourself 7 days a week.
Ooh.
$3 specials from Chicken Tree. $3 special. Monday to Friday.
You can't beat that.
It's something new and now.
That's new.
$3 specials always.
Saturday and Sunday too.
Special Saturday for only $3. Then comes Sunday, you're really in.
All this for only $3 more.
You can't beat a $3 special from Chicken Tree. I got the taste.
Welcome back to the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. We're just about to get underway for the second quarter. The Brisbane Bullets doing it in fine fashion at the moment. They're 34, the Perth Wildcats 22. And some of the big guns for the Perth Wildcats haven't got hot yet. And Scotty Fisher and Andrew Vlahoff, but they'll come into the game, Curly, hopefully soon for the Perth fans.
Well, they'll only come in if the Bullets back off on their defence, and they've shown no signs of that at this stage. The defence really has worked hard on Fisher and Vlahoff, and Terry, I remember back to last year, Andrew Vlahoff, I believe, in the finals and also the preliminary games during the season, didn't have the greatest of games here against the Brisbane Bullets.
Be up for some revenge tonight. Coach Palmer was saying he hasn't brought up the semi-final loss to the Perth Wildcats, but he said, I'm sure all the players still remember that embarrassing defeat in the third game in Perth and would like to make amends here tonight. Curly, they're certainly playing like a team. We've got something to prove against the Wildcats.
Yes, you can see that. Their defence, their offence, everything out there has been doing with a maximum of energy out there. You saw that charging foul taken there by James Crawford. That was a very good defensive play, and Dave Colbert was called for the charge. It's his third, Terry, so it's a little bit of danger sign.
Keep an eye on the battle between Shane Frolling and Andrew Vlahoff as Scotty Fisher uses his very own muscles to come up with 2 points 10-point ball game. The Bullets in front. Heel, Loggins. Blahoff works well. Shane Froling under the basket. Watterson. Blahoff. Shane Froling, it's not the first time you'll see him on his back on the court, but he came up with the ball. That really pleased the Bullets bench. It happened right in front of him. Good, determined play.
Well, he spent more time on the floor than lying on the floor standing, or he's put down at the other end and up there, but you've got to admire his courage. He's dived after that loose ball, and it was him and him alone that really got the ball back, because he was battling it out there with two Perth Wildcats players.
Shane Heel, who certainly enjoys his time on the charity stripe, shooting 83%. Does it without too many cares or woes. The Bullets kick it back out to 12 points. The Perth Wildcats. Full court pressure being applied now by the Bullets. Colvin out there, Scotty Fisher, Trevor Torrance. It's a very tall lineup out there by the Perth Wildcats at the moment. Fisher for two.
Good composure there from the Wildcats.
Dribble to Heel. Heel for three of his own, off target. Blahoff will come away with the ball. They're really missing Ricky Grace at the moment. The Perth Wildcats. Grace remains on the bench with a strained leg. He doesn't look as though he's going to play very many minutes at all as James Crawford takes over and scores two.
A little bit more patient now, their offence, and just a little bit of slackening off on the defence from the Bullets. And I agree with you there, just saying about Ricky Grace. He won't take any part in this game now. He's too valuable to risk. Maybe Perth, they had a big win last night. It was an easy win for them, but as much as they'd love to win this game, there's a long way to go yet in this season, and Ricky Grace is just too valuable.
Heel for another quick fire, 3 points, down they go. The hammer knocking him down.
Well, he's got a game high now of 14 points, Terry. I tell you, he missed his last two, but didn't bother him. He still put that one up.
Been rapid fire shots as well. Crawford. Watterson at the top of the keyway had his foot on the line for 2 points. Loggins. And it's been the Bullets who have been more impressive in transition tonight. Scotty Fisher now starting to come into his own.
Yes, well, we were saying that first quarter is a little bit quiet, but now he's got 10 points in the game. Here's Andre Moore down low again. Just keeps getting left alone. Just keeps popping up that jumper down there. He's got 11 points, shooting 5 from 7. So Andre Moore, he's had a great game so far.
Moore's averaging 19 points in season 1994. Watterson for 3. So Perth hit back through Watterson. 41 the Bullets, 33 the Perth Wildcats.
Well, Watterson not known for his outside shooting, but he was just left with so much time out there, got his feet all set. So Shane Hill calling the plays coming down.
Roger Smith with his right elbows strapped and caused him some trouble against the Sydney Kings last weekend. We're told that he's fully fit tonight, still wearing the elbow brace just in case. Smith, he's a quick player, used his speed. Look at this determination.
Well, the athleticism, Roger Smith gives 10 out of 10. How about this? Look at this, jammed it, hung on the ring, then come down, got the rebound, went straight back up. Great piece of basketball there from Roger Smith.
Sunshine Froling.
10-point ball game. 43 the Bullets, 33 the Perth Wildcats. Froling picks up a foul. It's his first for the night. Perth ball again. Froling knocking it over the sideline as he lines up against Scotty Fisher. Shane Froling saying before the game he really does enjoy playing against the big men because he's just that yard quicker than some of the big men around in the NBL. Always one for a challenge. Trahair trying to take over the outside shooting role. The Perth are missing with Ricky Grace on the bench. Andre Moore knocked away by Vlahov. Fisher's the man in form for Perth at the moment.
Yes, well, the Bullets need to find an answer to that. He's just their avenue, their scoring avenue. They need to cut that off, denying the ball a lot more. Shane Froling's been doing a reasonable job on him out there, so was Dave Colbert. But now, like I say, Fisher's come right into his own, and there's 12 points, and he's the shooting percentage of both teams. The Bullets have dropped down, and Perth have picked up.
Foul's been called on that man at the moment, Scotty Fisher. That's his second foul.
Second team foul.
More grey creeping into Scotty Fisher's hair as well, Curly. Not that he's had too many worries over in Perth.
No, I noticed that before, but I wasn't going to say anything, Terry.
Heel continues to blaze away from outside.
What a great player he's been in the NBL. Won a championship with Palmer at North Melbourne. There's a great drive from Aaron Trahair, showing a little bit of his ability there.
I guess he went fairly close to becoming a Bullet. The Bullets wanted Scotty Fisher, as did nearly every other club in the NBL, as well as clubs in Japan and Europe and all over the world. But he went to Perth. Been a big hit for them. I don't think they'd swap Leroy Loggins for anybody, the Brisbane Bullets.
No, he just keeps rolling along, and there's the easiest of easy three-pointers. It's just another day out in the office for Leroy there. Time Perth looked like coming back there, Terry. They just settle down, they get back to 6, and then Leroy hits that three-pointer, pushes it back out to 9. So we see Sibley come into the game now for Froling. So Palmer still keeps substituting quite freely.
Fisher has 12 points for the Perth Wildcats. Crawford 8, Watterson 5, Torrance 4, Trahair 4, and Vlahov with only 2 points at the moment. He's 0-2 from the field. Crawford, turnaround jumper, down it goes.
Sweet move that, Terry. Just faked one way, turned back the other, and made jump shot. We've seen James Crawford make many of those over the years.
Sibley comes up with the ball, didn't quite expect it. Bit of a pinball machine at the moment out there. Trahair wants it. Will he go for 3? Yes, he will. Not on target. Smith runs the floor so well. Heel for big 3 points.
Well, both teams, Trahair rushed his shot, and then Heel did as well, but Shane Heel's been shooting so well, so you can't be too critical of it. Trahair, maybe just be a little bit patient.
Crawford in between Sibley and Loggins, and that's not easy to do.
Well, he started off real quiet too, Crawford, and that's a big move there, 46-41. So
46-41, that's the scoreline. 4 minutes 56 remaining in the second quarter. Bullets in front by just 5 points now. The Perth Wildcats are coming back at the Bullets. Moore off target, chase the ball up. Here's Loggins. Always.
It's just a radar. Leroy knows where the ball's going, and wasn't blocked out. It's the easiest of baskets. Catalini inside. They're trading now, but 5-point ball game.
Loggins has 13 points for the night. Eel 14 and Moore 11. Perth have 2 players in double figures, Crawford and Fisher. 5-point ball game, 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. Timeout has been called by Coach Bruce Palmer. The Bullets 48, the Perth Wildcats 43. 5-point ball game. The Bullets have done it. They've had the lead since the very first whistle over the Perth Wildcats. The Perth are starting to play more like the championship team we know they are. Late in this second quarter, Hurley.
Yes, well, they didn't panic, did they? And that's because you've got experienced players out there like Crawford and Fisher and Watterson and Vlahoff. They just settled the ship out there and they've come right back. And we see Roger Smith with a rebound. There's been big raps on this Catalini too, Terry.
It was a good, strong rebound. He had a bit of a tussle with Sibley. He certainly said, this is my ball and you're not about to get it. Have a look at Roger Smith. Dunks away.
You think he likes that? He loves that. The big steal and then finish off with the big dunk in the defensive place. He plays the lane so well, Roger Smith.
I don't think there was any pain in that right elbow when he went up for the dunk.
Oh, if he had missed it, he would have reached for it, though.
Catalini.
So now the Bullets are in a zone, Terry. So they have changed their defence up.
Crawford. Catalini, who had 20 points against the Townsville Suns last night. Chalks up 2 for the Perth Wildcats. Still a 5-point ball game. And Catalini is just one of those real young guns. Crawford, a great assist to Catalini. Just saying, Catalini, one of those real young guns that Perth have been able to obtain. He was born in Fremantle, so he's a local youngster, Perth. What a big future he has in the NBL.
Very good program over there in Perth with their state league, and they've developed a lot of good young players, and that's why they're going to be tough for years and years to come. And be better to have lead them is Adrian Hurley, the head coach out there, and also Dave Hancock, who's seen more head coaches over there than any other assistant coach I've ever known. He's had 3 of them. But Dave Hancock knows the game, been in Australia for a long, long time, and enjoys that role as assistant coach. Doesn't matter who's coaching the team.
Heel to Dave Colbert. Colbert goes over the top for 3. It was in, then popped out. Simply picked up the offensive rebound and picked up the 2 points.
Well, that was a big effort of Sibley's getting on the inside of Crawford, and have a look at this. These Sibley's pinned him on his back, and had that inside position, got it, and then Crawford's, well, he shoved him there, and Sibley's made it. Now got a 3-point play. So the Bullets have settled down a bit better now, and a lot has come about because they changed up in the defence.
Full court pressure being applied by the Bullets here. Crawford simply comes out to try and stop him. Catalini, who played so well against the Suns last night. Big move, Catalini, and followed up by Trevor Torrance. Heel works the baseline. Smith's in form at the moment, so is this man Dave Colbert. So the big men really clashing at the moment out there for both teams. Crawford, Sibley, Catalini now picks himself up off the ground.
They're all diving on the floor. It's desperation plus out there, and you've got to admire all these players. They're playing as if it's a grand final.
Timeout has been called by the Bullets. The Bullets lead 52-47. The big crowd in at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. They're certainly being entertained here tonight. The Bullets started at 5,000 miles an hour. They went out to a big lead over the Perth Wildcats. And now the Wildcats are clawing their way back into this game. The Bullets still in control. forget, the Wildcats are missing Ricky Grace at the moment. Their star guard, who's on the bench with leg injury, Dave Colbert. Sibley in there working hard. It's a Perth ball coming off the body of Andre Moore.
Well, both teams are getting players on the inside inside rebound there on the offensive end, and not much blocking out going on at all.
Watterson running the show for Perth. Kicks it back out to nobody. Torrens picked up the dregs. Trahair, just one of the young stars for Perth. Fisher on his feet. Trahair read that play well.
Well, Fisher had nowhere to go, and Trahair must have sensed it and cut through the keyway and got an easier layup. So it's a 3-point ball game now. A minute to go.
Andre Moore can't change that. Now Perth playing with more confidence as their shooting percentage continues to rise. Aaron Trahair.
Well, he was off balance. He's on one leg, made it, fell over and got up. So 1-point ball game now, and Bullets has just gone to sleep a little bit. So we saw Bruce Palmer there yell at one of the players. I think it was his player here, Dave Colbert. Of course, we're happy with something that he did, but Dave Colbert missed that shot, so the Bullets need to settle down and just pick up on that defense too. That's what they've lost to the defensive edge. Oh, great pass.
Back Trahair. Thought he might have shot there. He possesses a great 3-point shot, Aaron Trahair. It's a back off, as does Lahoff. Scotty Fisher's been strong out there tonight for the Wildcats. Trahair for 3 points. Wasn't one of his best, but he had under plenty of pressure by Robert Sibley. 7 seconds left on the clock. Watterson was unaware of the time for a moment. Couldn't make it off the glass. Loggins can't even get a Hail Mary pass away. Gives it to referee Geoff Weeks instead. So at the half-time break, it's a 1-point ball game. The Wildcats have fought their way back into this game, pleasing coach Adrian Hurley.
Give yourself.
We're always O-P-E-N Easy Plus. When you run out to us.
Oh boy, here's a cool treat from Easy Plus. Slam down any 600ml Peter's flavoured milk and score drumstick free. Plus, you could win tickets to the Wildcats home games and a $400 voucher to spend at Jim Kids Sports. Only at Easy Plus now.
24 hours a day, it's Easy Plus.
You know the rest. Jump everybody, jump everybody, jump, 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 jump everybody, jump, jump everybody, jump.
Great play by the Perth Wildcats there, and they have really stormed back into contention in this match. 52-51, a 1-point ball game. The opening quarter was all Brisbane, Curly.
It certainly was, and their defence of the Bullets was putting a lot of pressure on the Perth Wildcats, and they were having trouble running their offence. And they closed out a lot of their players. One in particular is Andrew Lahoff, who has had a very ordinary first half, I feel. The players that brought him back in is James Crawford and Scott Fisher, and young Aaron Trahair. I was very impressed with him in that second quarter.
Big raps on young Aaron Trahair, and he's certainly living up to those raps on this occasion. The Bullets 52, the Wildcats 51, and the shooting percentage of the Bullets, well, now it's dropped down below the Wildcats.
It certainly has. Have a look at that, 50%. The Bullets were shooting something like 80 there at one stage. Dave Colbert's not having a good game shooting, Terry, but I'm not going to say too much about that tonight. In the free throws, look at the Perth Wildcats, 100%. Can't do any better than that, can you? 3-point shooting. Well, the Bullets are really shooting well, and especially Shane Heal and Leroy Loggins. Rebounds fairly even, turnovers even as well. 7
turnovers for the Bullets. That was an area that Coach Bruce Palmer was looking to cut down on. Heal with 14 points. He's been on fire from outside. Leroy Loggins, 13 points. Andre Moore, for 11 points, he's been strong on the boards as well. Crawford, Fisher and Trahair, well, they've led the way for the Wildcats. The Wildcats without Ricky Grace.
Yeah, without Ricky Grace, it's really thrown them out of sync. And the player that they need him out there, but you've got to hand it to him. Young CJ Bruton, he came on, did a reasonable job for him. Trahair, Watterson's doing a really smart job. So I think Adrian Hurley would be more than happy at this stage.
Yeah, he had a big smile on his face, Adrian Hurley, as he walked off the court at half-time. So why wouldn't he? Only 1 point after they trailed by many points early in that opening game. So there we have it. We're looking forward to an exciting second half coming up right after this break. 1-point ball game. The Bullets up against the Perth Wildcats. No Ricky Grace for the Perth Wildcats tonight. He remains suited up on the bench, suffering from a strained leg, believed to be a cork he received in training. Ricky Grace, and at the moment they missed him in the opening quarter, Brian Curl, but didn't miss him too much in that second quarter.
No, they settled down very well, but you're right. They need him out there to get things moving in the first quarter, but Ricky's not there, and you've got to make the best of what you have, and Eric Watterson, he's been doing a very good job. So is Trahere and young Cedre Bruton, and they come off the bench.
Now, Bullets made such a lightning start to the opening quarter, I'm sure, throughout that half-time break. Coach Bruce Palmer would just try to get them back doing what they were doing so well in that opening quarter, and for the first time in this game, the Perth Wildcats have hit the front 53-52, courtesy of Andrew Vlahoff, who will surely inject himself right into this game as we get down to the money time. Colbert is having an unhappy night in the shooting field at the moment. 0 from 7. Watterson. James Crawford. Watterson uses his speed, reject by Roger Smith.
A great reject by Roger Smith there, and the keyway was open for Watterson, but Smith was waiting for him.
Heel. Straight through Shane Heel. So just proving not only can he blaze away from outside, he can blaze his way around the court as well. Fisher did well to get that ball to James Crawford, and Colbert came up with a good defensive rebound. It would have been a great play by Andre Moore if it came off and Colbert.
Well, Dave Cole, a little bit unlucky there. It was a great pass, but big Andre Moore, he thought that Leroy was going to get it, so maybe they both called mine, and neither went for it, but you can't blame Dane Colbert for that one. It was a great outlet pass. It was an easy miss down there from James Crawford. You don't see James Crawford miss too many of them.
Watterson running the show. The Perth Wildcats for most of the night in the absence of Ricky Grace. So now Andrew Vlahoff takes his total for the night to 6 points. Already he has 4 points in the opening 2 minutes of this third quarter. The screen set by Andre Moore. Colbert, Fisher's right in his back. Big reject, James Crawford, but Andre Moore came again. Good assist by Dave Colbert. Vlahoff makes it 6 points for the quarter already.
Isn't that amazing? The first half he had 2 shots, 0 from 2. He's had 3 in this first 3 minutes of the game, and he's made the 3 of them. So it's amazing what some players can do out here. But, this game is very interesting, Terry, and there's James. Both teams, or the Bullets especially, lack that intensity at the start of this third quarter.
59-56, the Perth Wildcats. Fisher's away. Can Logan stop him? He'll do his best. He's been fouled. He puts the hand up, says, I'll cop that.
Well, Leroy knew that if he didn't foul him, it was going to be a certain 2 points. So now Perth Wildcats have to take the ball from the side. Here it is. Leroy's pushed him and grabbed him inside. So fair call there from the referees. Roger Smith made up good ground. He coming down there to help Leroy Loggins. So Roger Smith leaves the game. Larkins comes on. So this Palmer's brought Larkins on, lift up that intensity on the defence, and straight away Larkins is right into Watterson's face.
Fisher. Vlahoff bumps into Sibley. Torrance can't do it. And there was a mismatch. Larkins against James Crawford trying to get a rebound. Heel ran into heavy traffic. Logan sets his feet, has a look at the basket, and nails it.
Yes, and look at that with Shane Hill.
It was like a practice shot.
It certainly was. It was just Leroy just waiting there. Well, how much time are you going to give me to shoot the ball? But Shane Hill squeezed through there and got it to him. Very good looking. See now once more the tempo's been picked up by the Bullets. A couple of turnovers they've caused the Wildcats, and they're off running. They look a lot better team when they do that.
Moore just fails to handle the ball on that occasion, and now they'll be looking for another stop down the other end. The Wildcats Watterson thought about the three. Blahoff, what a start to the third quarter he's had. Turnover. Heel running. Larkins is under the basket. Heel can do it himself.
Shane Heels is having a very good game, and he's the transition here from the Perth Wildcats as Sibley fouls Crawford. So the Bullets have really picked up on that, the pressure on the defence, the intensity out there, causing some turnovers from the Wildcats. And when they run, I said before, they look so much better. We see Shane Froling will come into the game now and take out Leroy Loggins.
61 the Bullets, 59 the Perth Wildcats. I think we're in for a great finish to this game.
We have the doctor down to the Bullets bench, please. Can we have the doctor down to the Bullets bench, please?
Robert Sibley has dislocated his thumb or his fingers as he copped that. Not only did he get fouled, but I think he's hurt his finger.
Yeah, it looks like that, and it's on his left hand. Would affect his shooting, but with Dave Colbert on 3 fouls, Bruce Palmer will be hoping that Sibley is okay. We've got the medico in there now having a look at him, so we watch James Crawford shooting from the foul line. So this game, and Crawford's tied the ball game up, so it's 61 apiece. But interesting to see what is the problem with Sibley as he leaves the players' bench now and goes down there to get some treatment.
Smith takes on Trevor Torrance, who's playing with a heap of confidence. Roger Smith. Watterson. Torrance for 3 points. Robert Sibley going out the back to have that hand worked on by the doctor.
Well, that's bad news for the Bullets. Just Serge Palmer's rotation out. There was substitution, but Shane Frolling's out there. He'll pick up some of the slackers.
Robs them that vital big man they were missing last season against teams like Perth, though, Hurley. And Sibley was going to play a major role here tonight. So if he can't get back on court, it certainly is bad news for the Brisbane Bullets. So Colbert, Moore, Froling, they'll all have to lift their intensity and just try that extra bit harder.
Well, they certainly will, and I'm sure they will. But Shane Heel's playing well. Leroy Loggins get a bit of a rest at the moment. But this is the man, Dave Colbert. Let's hope that he can just get back in it at the moment. He's just been shut out. He can't take any away from Perth. And that might be the shot
Colbert
that Dave needs.
Opens up his account for 2 points. Good strong move. Fisher. CJ Britt thought about the 3 points. Trahair, he's been impressive so far tonight. Aaron Trahair.
The things he's got to learn, though, he gets caught up in the air a little bit, Terry. He likes to double pump and a little bit fancy out there, you know. Just play the percentage a little bit. You do those things now and again, but there's a
turnover. Larkins goes for the 2 points. Good follow-up play, though, by Shane Froling, just in case.
5-9 over 6-9. Big effort.
Bullets just stretching their advantage. A couple of big defensive plays. Well, James Crawford and Shane Froling. Keep an eye on this tussle at the moment. A couple of elbows here and there. Oh, Larkins.
He came from over the other side of the keyway there, and he read that, could see what was going to happen, but just got called for stripping Fisher on the arm. So
timeout call with the Bullets 65, the Perth Wildcats 61. Welcome back to Boondall. Dave Colbert registering his first points for the night, 65-61. The Bullets up over the Perth Wildcats. It's a real battle now, Curly, a battle of wits and tactics. Ricky Grace is missing for the Perth Wildcats. He's out with an injured leg, and at the moment, the Bullets are missing one of their key big men in Robert Sibley. You need all your big men on hand when you're taking on the Perth Wildcats, and coming up against that wall of Crawford, Vlahoff and Fisher. Vlahoff, big impact in this third quarter. Andrew Vlahoff came up with the first 6 points, comes up with another 2.
Just see him knock Catalini out of the way, then just banged him out of the way, got the rebound and went back up with a shot. So Andrew Vlahoff is up back, and it was a charging foul call there on Roger Smith. But a great comeback in the second half by Andrew Vlahoff. Have a look at this.
His first foul.
Yeah. Good call there from the referee, and good defence. I think that's James Crawford's second block that he's had in this game.
Ahead, Catalini, double teamed on the baseline. Gets over. Smith slips. CJ Bruton
Sweet little
takes
move off
the
the
easy
grass.
pass. Froling. He was calling for the foul. Normally very quick on the transition as he was on that occasion, Shane Froling. Catalini coming off a big game. Vlahoff went down heavily and he's getting up slowly. I'm sure he's fine. We'll take another look at this. There you see Vlahoff tumbling heavily in the back. He's grabbing his right shoulder.
Then you see Larkins and Bruton on the floor, so there's more players on the floor, Nelly, than standing. But it's a tough physical game out there tonight. Neither team are giving an inch.
It was always going to be that way too, wasn't it?
Yes.
A great rivalry between these two sides. The semi-final protagonist.
Well, he made a sweet little drive up the glass there before, and he's just made a sweet little three-pointer to CJ Bruton, and boy, oh boy. You just love this game, Terry, when you see these young players, and you see the three-point shooting. That's only their second for the Wildcats, 2 out of 9 for 22%, 7 out of 13 for the Bullets, and like I said earlier, Shane Hill and Leroy Loggins are 7 from 12 between them.
That's certainly where they're missing Ricky Grace. Loggins. Fisher and Moore. It's been a good battle. Smith is on the floor once again for Brisbane. The points count for Leroy Loggins.
There's a strong move from Leroy Loggins, and experience told there. He just used his body on Catalini. Have a look at this. Just used Catalini, drew the foul. Big three-point play to tie the game up here once more. Leroy Loggins, as Smith leaves it, Luke Gribble comes back in. So Palmer's not afraid to substitute. Terry keeps bringing players in and out.
Great confidence in his bench. They've done a fairly good job for him in season 1994 so far. The bench players for the Bullets, they've all had good minutes, as have the bench players for the Perth Wildcats. When you've got quality on your bench, Hurley, you just got to use it. And these young guys, especially for Perth, they've been playing a lot of minutes. Adrian Hurley at every chance.
Well,
tries to blood them more and more.
Yeah, and it's paying off for him now, isn't it, with Ricky Grace out injured. These guys aren't thrown in cold. They've been playing good minutes all year, like you say, and so now there's no problems for it. Oh.
Wayward pass by Vlahoff. Martin Catalini, he's been averaging 12 minutes for the Perth Wildcats and 5 points per game. He came up with 20 points last night against the Suns. And Aaron Trahair, the other rookie at 19 years of age, he's been averaging 14 minutes per game and he scored 19 points last night. He's been averaging 3 points a game. Loggins can't do it off the backboard. Colbert was there trying to tip it in.
There was some meat in there then rebounding, I tell you what. And Vlahoff came up with a big rebound in between Moore and Colbert.
Vlahoff. Pressure being applied now. Perth Wildcats in front by 1 point, 68 to 67. This match is going right down to the wire, no doubt about that. Heel goes through the keyway, Shane Heel.
It's too easy then for him.
Brute, he's made his mark in his third quarter. CJ Brute. Two big plays, including one massive three-pointer. Trahere, one from way downtown of his own. Heel keeps it in, finds his captain in Loggins. Loggins makes the two.
Great control there. Leroy Loggins could have been called for a charge, but just held up. Tremendous body balance to see Andrew Blahoff draw the foul then on Andre Moore. But great control there from Leroy Loggins.
Still a one-point ball game. Andre Moore, that's his first foul for Andre Moore. So he's done a big job to stay out of trouble because he's been doing a good job defensively. So 3 fouls for Dave Colbert for the Bullets. 2 for Loggins, 2 for Larkins, Brolin and Heel. As Blahoff makes the first of his free throws. Watterson has 3 fouls for the Perth Wildcats. Blahoff 2 and Fisher 2. Blahoff.
Gives him 10 points for the quarter as he's got a well-earned rest here as Trevor Torrance comes in for him.
Perth have their noses in front by just the 1 point. Gribble, Loggins, Andre Moore, Luke Gribble. At the moment, Lady Luck just not smiling on the Bullets. Luke Gribble's been instructed to shoot the ball more. He's certainly been doing that over recent weeks with good success. Loggins, an ambitious shot, fails to come off. Heel, another turnover for the Wildcats. Once again, we've lost Watterson right off the court and onto the pavement, onto the hard stuff. There he goes. Off the polish.
And the referee's hung on to Shane Hill. He lost his balance there a little bit as well. So
1 point ball game. 70-69. Heel calling the shots. Playing with great confidence. He has 18 points, Shane Heel. 20 points for this man, Leroy Loggins. Can't make it 22. Torrance. And the foul called on Leroy Loggins. That is 3 personal fouls for Leroy Loggins. Trevor Torrance will go to the line for the Perth Wildcats. Torrance, born in Perth, playing in his 235th NBL game. A wealth of experience and always solid from the free throw line. Perth by 3 at the moment, 72-69. Gribble. Heel. The 3 points. That's a massive bomb from Shane Heel.
Massive is not the word. That was unbelievable. It's 5 from 9.
And it's all tied up at 72 apiece. Shane Heel hitting his 5th three-pointer of the night. And another turnover.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before about Trahere too. Getting caught in the air. There's no need for that.
Big play by the Bullets at the moment. 72 apiece, 23 seconds left on the clock, approaching the three-quarter time break. They'd love to take that psychological advantage into the third quarter break, and what an advantage that is. Shane Heel is hot.
6 from 10 from the three-point line, and that one there never looked like it was going to miss. He's shooting with great confidence. You say those games during the week, Again, with the Australian team.
Time has run out. The Perth Wildcats, three-quarter time, and courtesy of Shane Heal, the Bullets lead by 75 to 72. What a final quarter we're in for here at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. The Bullets 75, the Perth Wildcats 72. Shane Heal, what a performance from him. He's been in sensational form from outside three-point range, hitting 5, 6 from 10, I should say. I was robbing him with one there. Three-point ball game.
The Bullets really came alive there into that third quarter, so these last 12 minutes are going to be some really big plays out here. You see Gribble starting the final quarter for the Bullets.
Blahoff made such a great start to the third quarter for the Perth Wildcats. It makes an equally good start to the fourth quarter for the Perth team. Robert Sibley has made his way back to the bench after treatment on that injured hand. I'm sure he'll play a role as we get down to the wire here. They'll need him too, Curly.
Certainly will, and what a big half injury Blahoff has had. But yeah, Sibley, they'll need him out there, and they'll need everybody out there, because this game is going to go right down to the wire.
75 together.
Heal. Loggins to Colbert. Shane Heal playing with great confidence, and why not? Luke Gribble gets up, makes one off the backboard. Under the basket, Luke Gribble. 77-75, 2 points, but it's going to be all tied up here. Tied up at 77 all.
Well, there was that transition play of the Perth Wildcats. The trailer down there, Trevor Torrance finishing it off. So the game is just going basket for basket at this stage.
Gribble. Andre Moore.
He's been quiet, Terry.
Played a blistering start in the opening quarter. Andre Moore just been a touch quiet as the match has come on. Loggins. Moore ends up on the ground. Blahoff. He looks in control, Andrew Blahoff. I guess he always appears that way. Such a classy player. Crawford. Fisher runs into the brick wall they call Dave Colbert, and a travel called on Scott Fisher. So great defensive work there by Colbert.
Certainly was. Scott Fisher wasn't going to go anywhere, and Dave Colbert made sure of that. And Colbert's probably a little bit unlucky. He didn't get Fisher called for a charging foul there, but anyway, travel was called, so the Bullets have got it back.
Now the Perth Wildcats putting some pressure on the three-point shooting of the Bullets. Dribble. Tries to edge his way closer to the basket. They can't tip it in. Loggins. This will be miraculous.
It's a sensational basket. He caught that, rebounded off balance, threw the ball back, and
that is a big basket.
It was a big basket. 22 points for Leroy Loggins.
Wrong with the old reflexes, and there's still plenty of leaping left in those legs as Scotty Fisher ties the ball game up at 79 all. And these are the players to watch as we get down to the muddy end. The players for Perth, Blahoff, Crawford, and Fisher will come into their own, and for the Bullets, players such as Loggins and Heal and Moore. Colbert really now push up the pressure, push up the intensity. Colbert.
Good penetration from Gribble, dished it off to Colbert, eases the jump shots. Didn't even really have to jump there. It was a set shot for Dave Colbert. So Dave Colbert's coming to his own now. They've got him. Fisher bottled up. Yes, 5-second violation.
A big play there by Colbert and both Andre Moore to come up.
They called it
with a 5-second violation and timeout. 81 the Bullets, Perth 79. They clashed in the semi-finals last year. It was one game all. The Bullets travelled to Perth. They copped a hiding over there, and they came back, and they were very keen to make amends here. tonight in front of their home crowd of Boondall. The Bullets ball to defend now. Fisher to Blahoff. Fisher for 3 points. Down they go. And Perth jump into the lead, 82-81. How will Brisbane respond? 1 point ball game. Loggins.
You want an easier one than that?
Robert Sibley.
You won't get any easier basket than that. And that was a great pass with Robert Sibley. He found himself open underneath. But Scott Fisher, Terry, just coming up with a big basket when they really need it.
He's kept him in the game okay. He had 22 points against Townsville last night. Scotty Fisher, he's got 17 points at the moment. 7 from 13 from the field at 54%.
Dave Colbert's fourth foul.
Colbert trying to contain Fisher, the bigger side. To Torrance. Some turnovers are starting to hurt Perth.
Well, they're up to 14 now, and it's on 11, but Trevor Torrance just couldn't get a handle onto that one. The turnovers, 14 to 11. So, not too bad, but Perth, like you say, just had a spate of them. There's we see Shane Hill. Oh!
And that was an accidental hand from Robert Sibley straight across the cheek of Aaron Trahair, who showed great calm and maturity, really, in the way he copped that. There it is. Bang. Just a... He knows he's alive out there.
The ANZ Stadium.
He's now fully awake, Aaron Trahair. But must be commended about the way he kept his cool under those circumstances. 83-82. The Bullets to Perth. Trahair. Blahoff. Sibley's over his back. That leaves Torrance open. His three-point shot was never on target. And Luke Gribble and Blahoff have done a good job at destroying the Perth Wildcats bench.
Two referees confer on this. I think Scotty Butler may overrule this because Geoff Weeks has given it to the Bullets, but the Perth are calling for it, but no. Bullets will retain the ball. I couldn't quite see it myself, but referee Geoff Weeks has had the final say.
83-82. Brisbane up. Shane Heal had a great night at the office. Shane Heal been on fire from outside. Coleman turns on Crawford, can't make the basket. Fisher comes up with it. Shane Heal will apply some pressure to Aaron Trahair now. We get down to the final 6 minutes of this encounter. What an encounter it's been. Touch and go the whole way. Crawford took his eye off the ball momentarily. Blahoff. Fisher for another 3 points. Everyone up there rebounding. Aaron Trahair came up with it, leaving Shane Heal and Loggins on the floor. Hey, that's at the back. 84, the Perth Wildcats 83, and Shane Heal calling for the call that he came over the back.
Good touch and go there. I'll tell you what, he got up. I'll tell you what, there was a big rebound that he's taken over the top of Loggins and Hill, but Trahair's got the 2 points. He's been impressive, Terry.
But basket for basket, Aaron Trahair has been impressive. Smith, so's this man, Shane Heal. Gribble. Tries to get past Blahoff. Big basket. Luke Gribble. Taking on Blahoff and winning.
There's a good drive there from Luke Gribble. Left all alone. No help at the back there. Andrew Blahoff shook his head in disbelief at where the help was, as we see James Crawford leave the court now. Had a good basket there from Luke Gribble.
Crawford leads the court with 16 points. 6 from 9 at 67%. From the field for James Crawford. Catalini's back out there. He had the big game against the Townsville Suns last night. So did this young man, the 19-year-old Aaron Trahair, who just turned the ball over on that occasion. Loggins. This is the the time of night that Leroy Loggins does his very best work. 5 minutes 30 seconds remaining in the final quarter. Basket for basket. Heel drives. Smith, Loggins for 3 at the top of the keyway. Can't do it. Torrance wants the 2. And Catalini, the big push in the back on Roger Smith.
So the game's going the Bullets' way at the moment. You see Loggins lead the court for more. The Perth Wildcats, just shot selection there, turnover. Just can't make the basket. So will Hurley call a timeout to settle him down? He's bringing one youngster in to replace another. He's got the veteran there in James Crawford still sitting on the bench, and also Andrew Blahoff. So Adrian Hurley might get away with it for a short while, but I see a timeout being called.
Timeout called. Adrian Hurley with the Bullets up by just the 1 point, 85-84. We have a great finish coming up here. The Bullets 85, the Wildcats 84. The cheer girls here keep the big crowd here entertained. It's been the basketball that's been the real entertainment tonight. What a performance from both teams, especially Perth and the Bullets. Perth, who've been missing Ricky Grace, they've done a big job just to stay in this contest. The Bullets started so well in that opening quarter. It might have been a real blowout there at one stage, and Perth have come back. And the Bullets doing a good job. Colby. Fisher's put him under pressure. A good screen set by Sibley there to allow Colbert to get away. Heel for another 3 points.
Off the screen there, blazing away, and in she goes. 7 from 13 3-pointers, 27 points. This is a great shot here from Shane Heel. It will come about from a big screen set by Sibley over away from Heel on Catalini.
Watterson for 3 of his own, trying to strike back, and he does. What a contest.
So basket for basket, Terry, and we said before the game it was going to be a great contest, and it certainly has been, and it's going right down to the wire with 4.5 minutes to go.
Sibley finds his good mate in Shane Heel with a turnaround jumper for 2. Shane Heel, 29 points, 10 from 19 from the field. What a game he's having.
Throw in 6 rebounds as well there. It's a big effort from him. He'll be proud of that fact too. He'll probably say after it, didn't I get the 6 rebounds I took.
So he's had a big week. He'll sleep well tonight.
You see Andre Moore all over him. The foul's been called.
Blahoff goes to the line. He shoots 78% from the free throw line. He's had 15 points, and all bar 2 of those points have come in the second half to Andrew Blahoff. His 4th NBL season. He's one of the real big, true superstars of the NBL, Blahoff. They love him in Perth. So, full court pressure being applied by Perth. The Bullets, but now they edge their way up court. Colby puts a step on Fisher. Heel wants to keep the ball in his hands. He's playing so well. Sibley on the baseline for 2. Smith tried to get up there with Blahoff, but Blahoff had the position on him.
It was a huge rebound.
Fisher. Blahoff can't go and draws the foul once more. That's good, smart play.
Yes, he's working Andre Moore down there. Andre Moore's really been flat in this half, and probably the last 3 quarters. You see him here. Blahoff just puts a good move on him. Andre Moore, no idea, fouls him. So Blahoff goes to the foul line once more.
Here we go.
Another break called. The Bullets 90, the Perth Wildcats 88. 2-point ball game. 90 the Bullets, the Perth Wildcats 88. Andrew Blahoff will be on the line for the Perth Wildcats.
Let's make some noise here,
What a second half he's had. He's really dragged the Wildcats back into this contest, along with Scotty Fisher.
Yes, I agree with you there. Adrian Hurley now has gone back to the experienced combination. All his big guns are on the court now. Luke Gribble's out there, and Robert Sibley, maybe that hand's bothering him a little bit more with the dislocation of the finger that he had.
But Vlahoff makes the two and ties the ball game up. 90 apiece, 3.5 minutes left. Strap yourselves in for another great finish here. We saw one last week. Bullets just getting home over the Sydney Kings. Heel. Rapid fire three-point shot that was. Torrance picks up the ball, gets it back to Vlahoff. Very rarely pennies, Andrew Vlahoff. Watterson, Scotty Fisher trying to get open. He was momentarily. Gribble went to him quickly. Fisher can't do it. The tap in. Heels away. Gribble's with him. Loggins is backing up. And Gribble makes the layup. They've got to stop him on transition. Vlahoff turns and he ran into Luke Gribble. 92 the Bullets, Perth 90. Point for point at the moment. Popped out. Would have been a huge tap in by Scott Fisher. Now, time vital. Looking to try and set up the best possible play. Vlahoff had a massive second quarter. Fisher works the baseline. Oh so close to a turnover. Watterson for three. This will hurt the Bullets. Can't do it. Loggins is the man who took the defensive rebound. And Shane Heal's going to come over and take control and call the shots. 1 minute 47 seconds left. Loggins with 22 points. Heel has 29 for the Bullets. Gribble's played his role in the vital stages of this fourth quarter. Loggins can't do it. Fisher picks off an easy rebound. So, a big play here for the Perth Wildcats. They'll be looking to tie it up. Brisbane looking for a big stop that could win them the game with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Fisher, calm and cool, lands the two.
It's a good look there from Andrew Vlahoff. Plenty of tension from Loggins. So Vlahoff unloaded to Fisher, who was open. Andre Moore got a hand up. But like you say, oh, there's a foul on Scott Fisher. They've only got 2 team fouls, the Perth Wildcats. So maybe they, at this stage of the game, they probably should get a couple more if they want to send the Bullets to the line for a one-on-one situation.
Shane Heel not too happy about.
Well, even Watterson having a bit of a toe-to-toe down there.
Timeout's being called, another one. It's 92 apiece.
56 seconds of noise tonight, Brisbane. Come on, let's take the rest down. Let's go, come on, come on.
The crowd rise to their feet here. They've seen a terrific tussle between these two great rivals. Perth have done so well without Ricky Grace out there to have this ball game tied up at 92 apiece. Bullets themselves have been missing Robert Sibley for vital minutes of this game when he had a hand injury. They've been unable to play his normal role. But it really has been a battle of the highest order.
Yes, and it's been a very high quality game from both teams. Bullets started off like a house on fire. Perth came back, and since Perth came back, it's really been nip and tuck the whole time. And now Bullets will they'll work for a good shot, try and get into Leroy Loggins' hand or Shane Heel. They've been the hot hands for the night. Then Perth has got plenty of time to come down Terry to either tie it up or even go for a three-point play. So this is where the experience of Adrian Hurley will come into it, and also the experience of Bruce Palmer, and both of them very fine coaches, a lot of experience, and of course they've both got a lot of experienced players out there on their teams.
You really do look to your big guns at this sort of vital time of the game. The players for the Bullets like Loggins and Heel. Heel's been in such fine shooting form, he'd like to keep the ball in his hands. Vlahoff and Fisher Well, they've been the two men who have done the damage for the Perth Wildcats in this second half. The big crowd, they're about to witness the final 56 seconds of this encounter. What an encounter it's been. It really has been basket for basket stuff. And with the scores all tied up at 92, a piece certainly vindicates that. Luke Gribble with a big smile on his face. He's out there for this final 56 seconds. Heel. Keep an eye on the big guns, and Loggins and Heel looking to set up play. Use the clock to their advantage the best they can. There's 17 seconds left on the shot clock and 40 seconds left on the game clock. Colbert. Fisher comes out. Colbert goes round Fisher. Colbert with the shot for two. Can't do it. Lahoff took that rebound and held the ball solid. So this is it. The Perth have got 22 seconds. A timeout called by Watterson. So Perth will have final use of, or may well have final use of this ball in the remaining 19.6 seconds. 92 apiece.
Bicycle hot shots.
Terry, the interesting part about this now is the fact that there's 18 seconds on the shot clock, 19.6 seconds on the game clock. So if the Perth Wildcats, they'll milk it down. The Bulls still going to have a couple of seconds to get a final shot away if the Perth Wildcats make it. Now, what will the Bullets do if Perth miss it? Well, they come down. They're not going to have much time. So it's very, very interesting now. So whichever break goes. The Bullets can't afford to foul the Wildcats either because they're in 5 team fouls. So the Perth Wildcats will go to the foul line there for one-on-one situation. So not the odds at this stage definitely favour the Perth Wildcats, but who knows? The Bullets have played very well all game, and it'd be disappointing to go down at this stage.
Both teams have done so well out there tonight. Perth 92, the Bullets on 92. Just couldn't make that vital basket on that last trip down the court, and really.
Well, I myself personally thought it would have gone into Loggins or Heel. They would have been the guys that take the shot, but we couldn't see what Palmer's whiteboard was saying to the guys out there. And
how often do they follow instructions down in the letter from the chart?
Well, I won't comment on that one.
92 apiece, 19.6 seconds remaining on the game clock, and 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So the Perth really do have a great chance of winning this encounter.
We could have our first OT game for the season.
Good too.
And I'll tell you what, the crowd wouldn't complain, would they? They'd love to see some more. This game, really, the team that loses is going to be very, very unfortunate. I'm not going to say unlucky. They'll be unfortunate because both these teams deserve to win this game. It's been a very high-class game.
Don't worry, there's plenty of push and shove going on there. Perth looking for the set play. The Bullets doing their best, of course, to upset their momentum. Heel, Leon Watterson. Looking to try and stop this play. We might be going to overtime. 92 apiece. 5 seconds left. Turnover. Loggins looks at the clock. Takes the shot.
He's called a foul.
Foul. What a big call. What a huge call.
Foul on Watterson on Leroy Loggins, and who better could you want going to the line? I'm sure it was on Leroy Loggins by Eric Watterson. Is it after the shot? It must be after the shot with 0.3. So Terry, I tell you, yes, it was after the shot. So we're going into our first OT game for the season.
Unless a minor miracle happens here in 0.3 of a second. Loggins will get a shot away. He does so off the backboard. Won't go down. We're going to overtime. 92 apiece at the end of regular time. And what a contest we've seen. What a finish. Full attention as Eddie Crouch, the veteran referee, has some words to Bruce Palmer. He's telling Bruce, obviously Bruce entitled to ask a couple of questions, and Eddie Crouch entitled to calm him down and just go back there and look after your team. You're going to overtime.
Well, the one question I'd like to ask is, what was Eric Watterson doing with the ball out there at the halfway line with 5, 7, 6 seconds to go on the shot clock or the game clock? You know, there was no way that he's going to be able to set up a decent play. And everyone just stood and he was bouncing the ball as if they were content to go into overtime. And in the end, they're very lucky to get away with the Perth Wildcats. Leroy Loggins, could have been fouled on that shot or could have made the shot. So I really question what Eric Watterson was doing. Here we see it once more. Ooh.
So now Bruce Palmer goes to work on his team. Loggins, do you change your tactics now in overtime, Curly, or you just keep the things that got you there?
Well, you've just got to settle the guys down there because really it's a whole new ball game, and maybe stick with what's working for you. Adrian Hurley would be happy out there what's been working for him, and so would Bruce Palmer. So you probably make 1 or 2 minor adjustments. Now the fatigue is the big point in this game. Perth playing last night in Townsville, travelling down here today. Even though they had a 40-point win, they've still got to play out there. It's a physical game, and then the travel, change of their lifestyle, and the Bullets have been sitting back waiting for them. So I expect now the Bullets should really put the foot down, take it to them, run them, and just step up on the defence. Because the one thing Palmer has been doing all game is bringing the guys in and out. None of the Bullets players should be too fatigued.
Speaking to Bruce Palmer before the game, he did say that fatigue he didn't think would be a problem with the Perth Wildcats playing Townsville the night before, because they are so well drilled, so well trained and so physically fit, and they travel probably better than any other team in the league, Phil.
Yeah, well, they're used to it, aren't they? They travel more than any other team, that's for sure. They've got a greater, big ask for them, and they're travelling from over there in the west, and you've really got to hand it to the Perth Wildcats. That's probably one of the reasons why they play so well on the road, because they travel a lot longer than anybody else, and they're used to it and do it so well. But foul trouble, Colbert's on 4 and Watterson's on 5, Terry, so that's a bit of a problem there for Perth Wildcats.
So here we go, overtime. 92 apiece at the end of regular time. This is now a separate ball game. Colbert up against Crawford. Crawford gets a tip, and Vlahoff. Fisher, looking bright. Scotty Fisher, looks like he hasn't played a minute. So Perth, they mean business in this overtime section, and they strike the first blow. 94 to 92. Each trip down court is vital. Heel! Shane Heel, they'll carry him off the court tonight.
31 points, he's had a sensational game, and as cool as cucumber there in the crisis with Shane Heel. Here's Eric Watterson now going up against Shane Heel outside.
Vlahoff being double team. Torrance is open for 3 points. The tip in. Vlahoff now Crawford. A 3-point play coming up for James Crawford. Geez, the Perth Wildcats, aren't they getting after the ball now?
Well, that was a big rebound by Crawford, and people might ask how come the basket counts. Well, Crawford was in the act of shooting there when he was fouled, and he gets the basket counted. Vlahoff kept this alive. A big effort from Vlahoff there, you see. So James Crawford now can't make it.
Bit of pressure starting to mount now, 96-94. Gribble with the ball. Heel. His confidence is up. It was in. It was halfway down. It's come back out.
Yes, well, he's been making them all night, so you can't really complain about that, but how unlucky was he?
Big play now coming up to the Wildcats. Torrance. No turnover. Watterson calling for the special play with the tug of the singlet. Oh, Vlahoff missed the layup.
Well, that could be costly there. 2 points there. Oh, that was an easy one, wasn't it?
Missed one of them a season.
Gee, but vital time like this, and they called it special play. Everything worked except the final bit with Blahoff missing the easy basket. Oh, he's
Robert Sibley. Fouled by Scott Fisher.
Well, Fisher's going to make him earn it, Terry. So he wasn't going to give him an easy basket, send him to the foul line, pressure situation. Otherwise, Sibley was going to have an easy basket there.
I'm not trying to put the mocker on Robert Sibley, but his record from the free throw line, 63%. It's not wonderful, but he can change all that if he makes this. No one will worry about that. Robert Sibley makes the first one.
There's a bold move on Adrian Hurley, taking out Eric Watterson and bringing in young Aaron Trahair. In a situation like this, we'll see what the young kid's made of now. Sibley misses the second, 1 point.
96 Perth, 95 the Bullets. Here's Aaron Trahair, the rookie for Perth. This will test his mettle. 1 point ball. Fisher, solid as always, him and Sibley going at it. Trahair, heels in his back. Won't give him any latitude. Torrance, left alone outside. Are they going to get another go, are they? Perth win the ball back. The intensity of this game has certainly lifted in the overtime period. Sibley, he did well then, but Fisher's smart play, throwing the ball into the legs of Sibley. 96 Perth, the Bullets 95. Fisher gets into Blahoff. He'll want to try and control the play as much as possible. And Blahoff. Crawford. Andre Moore trying to stop him. Does so. Moore. Can he come up with the rebound? Yes. Picks it out to Shane Hill, the skipper, and Loggins. And Torrance fouls Leroy Loggins. So Loggins.
One-on-one situation for Loggins. Chance to put the Bullets one up. Oh, Terry, what a game. What a game. Here it is. Loggins got a great pass from Shane Hill. Just caught Trevor Torrance there out of position. So Loggins make both these foul shots. Be 1 point lead to the Bullets.
Down they go. If you had to have someone on the foul line with your life depending on it, you'd want to have Leroy Loggins. In fact, the Bullets had two great free throw shooters in Loggins and Dave Coleman.
Yes, well, I tell you what, this guy here, you want him there, no worries. Look at that. Never going to miss.
97-96. The Bullets in front. Blahoff. Now Aaron Trahair. Shane Hill's going to really make Aaron Trahair earn his money tonight. Fisher trying to take on Andre Moore. Sibley's trying to keep tabs on James Crawford. Four seconds left on the shot clock, and the Bullets come up with it. They're running. Shane Hill, he'll drive all the way. Can't do it. Look at this for desperation. Trahair goes his own. Trahair. He had Blahoff there, Aaron Trahair.
There's a little bit of experience there from young Aaron Trahair, but you can't be too critical of him. Sibley has a word to him, but Sibley took the big rebound, got the play. Comes down now, one-on-one situation, still minute 38 to go. So Sibley needs to make this in a one-on-one. But Watterson's back in. So Trahair, thrown to the wolves there, but good experience for him.
Eric Watterson taking nothing away from either team, but Adrian Hurley, wouldn't he love to throw Ricky Grace out there?
I'll tell you what though, yeah, you would, but gee, both teams have been coached very well, so Sibley gives them a 2 point lead.
Look at this. Sibley pumped up with Shane Hill. They really want this win badly, the Brisbane Bullets. He makes the second. Robert Sibley from the free throw line. 3 point ball game at the moment. The Bullets 99, the Perth Wildcats 96. 1 minute and 30 left on the clock. We're in overtime. Bullets looking for a big stop. Watterson, Sibley trying to get out there and tussle on Fisher. Blahoff sets himself for 3 points. Down they go.
Tell you what.
Tied up, look at him.
Who wrote the script for this game? That was a great shot from Andrew Blahoff. So now we have a tight ball game, Terry. A minute to go.
Isn't Blahoff pumped up? 99 apiece. Heel, a tough shot, goes down off the backboard, Shane Heel.
Neither team.
He backed himself there too. 48 seconds left. 2-point ball game.
Bullets will get the last shot.
Perth must score. Blahoff being double teamed by Luke Gribble and Shane Heel. Watterson, Torrance for 2 points. For 2 points. Awfully close to a 3-point. 101 apiece. 28 seconds left. Tied up. The Bullets should have the last shot. What a contest it's been. Shane Heel's been in absolutely sensational touch with 33 points. 8 seconds left. They'll be looking to try and keep it in the hands of Heel or Loggins. Turnover. And we're going double overtime.
Here we go again.
Well, you wouldn't read about that. We are heading for more overtime at the end of the first overtime. It's all locked up again at 101 apiece. We are going into overtime number 2 here at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. The end of the first overtime. It's 101 apiece, Hurley, and you can't get any closer.
You definitely can't. The crowd's just gone wild. Mushroom's got them fired up. Palmer's got his boys fired up, and Adrian Hurley's got his guys fired up. This is game's worthy of a grand final, I tell you. It's had everything that you could wish for.
It certainly has. It's just had some massive 3-point shots from both sides, but particularly Shane Heel's been outstanding. Blahoff's performance in the second half has had to be seen to be believed. He's been in remarkable control with 21 points. Fisher has 21. We're set for another 5 minutes of absolute excitement. Colbert up against James Crawford. Perth. First use of the ball in the second period of overtime. Watterson's out there. Playing the point guard role for the Perth Wildcats. Blahoff. Gribble trying to contain him. It's a big order. They're really getting after the boards now, both teams. And Shane Heel came away with that.
That's his 9th rebound.
In amongst an absolute mountain of huge timber. Heel. Looking to set up play. Shane Heel. Colbert's open. And foul. They came from everywhere to foul Dave Colbert. And as I mentioned before, 2 of the best free throw shooters in the league, the Brisbane Bullets lineup, Leroy Loggins and Dave Colbert.
So they both got him there, but the ball went the high post. Colbert backdoored off the high post entry, and was fouled there. Like you say, they both got after him, but gee, you'd like to have him on the foul line, wouldn't you?
Certainly would. Colbert chalks up point number 5 for the night.
I think he shoots. Him and Leroy, I reckon they shoot foul shots in their sleep, Terry.
He certainly does. He makes both of them so solid as a rock. Dave Colbert, who shoots 82% the free throw line. Knock both of them down. Every point is a bonus. Simply on Fisher. It's been an enthralling tussle in itself. Heel.
Simply got his hand in there. So both teams still playing pressure defense, getting after their man, denying the ball.
double overtime. We're in the second period. And a foul has been called. So Scotty Fisher will go to the line for the Perth Wildcats. And you're talking about good free throw shooters. Hurley, you've got to talk about Scotty Fisher, who shoots 84%.
He was 2 from 2 tonight, and he's very solid, 84%. Can't complain about that. But with the pressure out there, Terry. No pressure.
Big names are made in big games, they say, and Scotty Fisher, they don't come any bigger than him in the National Basketball League. What a great competitor he is as he locks this ball game up at 1-0-3 apiece. Will be a big shootout from the charity strike. Loggins. Dribble. Leroy's keen to keep the ball. Sibley. Just a misunderstanding there between Sibley and Shane Heal. Will they be able to get away with it, or will the Perth Wildcats punish the Bullets for that mistake? Watterson taking his time with every play. Scotty Fisher, very mobile for a big man around the court. Fisher. Crawford. The intensity and defence in the Bullets is outstanding. Missed shot, heels away, dribbles with him, Loggins is on his left. Loggins for 2, can't do it. He picks up the rebound! Yes. What a basket by Leroy Loggins!
Got it, and made it with his right hand as well, Terry. Big basket.
He thrives on it, Loggins. James Crawford for 2 points, can't do it. Loggins had his back turned just for a moment there as the ball went loose. He was unaware it was just within distance of him. 105 to 103. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in overtime period number 2. Fisher. Sibley trying to control him. Watterson for 3 points this is, and down they go. So, the Perth Wildcats 106 to 105. They grabbed the lead courtesy of that 3-point shot by Eric Watterson.
And milked the clock down in the process.
Heal for 2 points. Down they go. The Bullets are back in front. 107-106. What a shootout this has been. You don't get any closer. Crawford back to Watterson. Dribble, trying to keep tabs on Flaho. Fisher from the baseline knocks down 2. The Perth Wildcats are back in front, 108-107.
I tell you, Terry, the one thing that really is impressing me is the shooting, the pressure out there, but the shooting of both teams. It is just such a high percentage. We see Roger Smith coming into the game. You see who he comes in for. It's tough to ask him. Oh, here's a big move on Loggins.
Loggins does it off the backboard. Can't pick up the foul. And the 3-point play, 109, the Bullets in front, 108. We're inside the final minute of overtime period number 2. 53 seconds left. Huge basket. Scotty Fisher.
And I looked over at Bruce Palmer then, he just pulled his hair out, wanting to know how Scotty Fisher keeps getting open down there, and he knows the quality of Scotty Fisher. Have a look at Palmer. Have a look at him. The pressure he's under out there. But gee, I tell you what, his team and Adrian Hurley's team, they've both given maximum efforts out there tonight. Super game, so it's a 1-point lead. So the Perth Wildcats will still get the last shot.
Dave Colbert drives towards the basket. He's fouled. Big call by referee Scotty Butler. So Colbert will go to the line.
Terry, the important thing about this is that Colbert, he made both these shots. There's still 36 seconds on the game clock. So Bullets are still going to get that last shot in down here, and that's very, very important.
Colbert shooting 2.
Colbert will have 2 shots.
Oh.
It was in and popped out. He says just stay cool. To himself, he can tie the ball game up with this one. He does so, Dave Colbert. Solid from the free throw line. Pressure cooker atmosphere. The Perth Wildcats will be looking to use as much as their allotted 30 seconds as they can. There's 25 seconds left on the game clock. 17 on the shot clock. Timeout called by Watterson. Wants a timeout.
Well, whichever way it goes, the Bullets are going to have at least 5 seconds.
110 apiece, tied up.
We've got a basketball bump happening here. I know we haven't stand up before.
The pressure is intense here at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. The Perth Wildcats with the ball at the moment. They've called the timeout, and Adrian Hurley could afford to have a bit of a smile and a laugh there with Eddie Crouch, the referee, as they called that timeout. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. So the Bullets should have last use. What do you do, Curly?
Well, you're talking about the Perth, what they'll do. You can bet your life they'll get the ball to Fisher. Second option will be Vlahoff. Whereas the Bullets, they'll come down and irrespective of how much time they've got, it's got to be in the hands. The two hot players tonight are Heel and Loggins. So I'd be going for Loggins. And if Loggins is covered, well, if Shane Heel can get himself open, use that as your second option. But Shane probably disagreed. The way he's shooting tonight, and I'm not saying that he can't make it. But, the first option I would say would be Loggins out there. Although we said that before, Terry, and Dave Colbert ended up with it.
52% each for Shane Heel and Leroy Loggins at the moment. Their field goal percentage. Heel has 35 points. He's made 13 from 25 from the field at 52. Loggins 28 points, 11 from 21 at 52% from the field. So both have had outstanding games for the Brisbane Bullets. For the Perth Wildcats, well, there's been no better performers than Crawford with 18. Fisher has 27 and Vlahoff 21. But Scotty Fisher in the overtime periods, Curly, he's been solid as a rock.
Yeah, and Shane Heel's not coming back on for those last 20 seconds, so I don't know what the problem is there, but he's down the end of the bench.
He's shaking his head, Shane Heel. Here we go. 20 seconds left in the second period of overtime. Shane Heel on the bench. They've got 8 seconds left on the shot clock, the Perth Wildcats. Watterson once again with the ball. They go to Fisher. Fisher takes on simply with the shot. It's short. Loggins has it. Timeout's the call by Loggins. And the clock keeps going here.
Yeah, it should be about 5.4 seconds, I think. Maybe 5.4, 5.6. But what, Perth Wildcats once more fiddling around with the ball out there and instead of, getting in a better shooting position. So the Bullets have got a big chance here now.
So the Brisbane Bullets with about 5.4 seconds left on the clock. There's not much time. We could be going to a third period of overtime.
Well,
we could get out of here next week sometime.
What a great game, though. What a great game of basketball.
It has, and it's been well worthy of the huge crowd that's turned up here to watch the two protagonists do battle. 110 points each. The Bullets and the Perth Wildcats. They have gone at it hammer and tong, Curly, since the very first whistle.
Yes, they certainly have. But Terry, just have a little feeling out here for the referees. Like Eddie Crouch has been through these situations that many times he doesn't want to remember. So's Geoff Weeks. But what about young Scotty Butler? Has he ever had a game like this? I'd say no. And he gets through this game. It's just going to do so much benefit confidence-wise. There's a lot of respect for him around the basketball for his referee, and it's great to see some bright young referees coming on. And to have him in a game like this, that he's very fortunate, of course, to have two experienced referees in Weeks and Crouch beside him. But going back to the players and what have you, I tell you, I can't remember. This is the best game we've seen here this year for sure, and I would say even last year.
Certainly is. Just from the very word go, as I said, both these teams, and here's Shane Heel. He's pretty keen to have his say in there in the huddle, Shane Heel. He's in good form. I wonder if he'll be come back out here for his final 5 seconds.
See, Perth can't afford to foul either. That's the big thing. They can't afford to foul. Can't send any of them to the foul line. One-on-one situation. So What they've got to try and do, Perth, is keep the ball out of Loggins and Heal's hand. Maybe let Gribble bring the ball up if he's still out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gribble's out. Loggins, they brought more on now also, so Sibley's gone out, so maybe they're asking more. Maybe able to run a special play here, getting that ball underneath the basket.
Here we go. 5.6 seconds left. Second period of overtime. Luke Gribble. Shane Heal's there. He'll take a three-point shot. How close did that go to going down? That looks as though that was the play. 110 apiece at the end of the second overtime period. What a contest.
Well, Perth did the right thing. They kept it out of Logan and Heal's hand, got it into Luke Gribble, who finally got it back to Heel. But had to take a shot. It was a fair way out there, and as great as he's been shooting tonight, I think that one would have been a sensational shot, that one.
Absolute Butler it would have been. They would have tore the place down here at Boondall if it went down. They're going to overtime now for a third time. So, as fit as the Perth players are, Curly, and I was giving them a rap before, surely after playing last night, travelling from Perth to Townsville, Townsville down to Brisbane, then you've got to bus it from the airports, surely after the big game and then 2 periods of overtime, the legs must be getting a bit sore, but then I noticed in Shane Heal's legs were probably cramping up a bit there. He's had a pretty big week as well.
Well, he has. We know the big week he's had. But Terry, the big thing is now it comes down to really that mental toughness as well, that physical toughness. But, you know, remember after the Perth Gold Coast game there a month or so back, we interviewed James Crawford after the game, and he was saying there. Here it is.
Have a look at this. Here's the last play by Heel. How far out is he? But how close did it come to going down? Have a look at that. Not much in that.
And Crawford was saying, just getting back, they train, 3 times a week in the gymnasium and strength, and this is where it pays off in games in this situation. But the Bullets do the same thing. They got a very good gymnasium program going as well, and strength, and you can't question either team's fitness tonight.
They've been absolutely superb. Both teams, Perth and Brisbane. It's been, I keep saying, the big crowd here. Not one person obviously have left their seats as the night continues to just get more exciting as every minute goes by. And we'll just keep going until we have a winner, Curl. There's no end, is there?
No, it's not like soccer or anything like that. They play, and which is the good thing about basketball, that the best team will win this game in the end. But Eric Watterson on 5 fouls. He did well to get through that 10-minute period. Of course, Dave Colbert's on 5 fouls also. But other than that, there's only Blahoff and Fisher. They're on 4 each, so they've got to get through this next 10 minutes. I'm not going to say the final 10 minutes.
Third period of overtime. We're about to get underway. What a contest. Crawford over Colbert. So Perth once again will get first use of the ball in this third overtime period.
Every jump ball has gone the same way.
Yep. Crawford's just got that extra bit of leap, bit of size over Colbert. Blahoff, he's been as solid as a rock while the pressure's been on. But Scotty Fisher's the bloke under pressure, just kept making the baskets. Crawford turnaround jumper on the baseline. Luke Gribble put some pressure on him and did a good job. Luke Gribble's played an outstanding role tonight for the Brisbane Bullets.
Yes, he's come off the bench and contributed points-wise, defensive, and picked up some rebounds and made some big defensive plays.
Colbert turns on Fisher, and he's fouled by James Crawford, so Colbert will go to the line.
John James Crawford, his third personal.
And Colbert's on 5 fouls himself.
Hands up.
And he'll go to the line, Dave Colbert. 7 points and 2 assists. Normally solid as a rock on the free throw line, Dave Colbert. Shoots 82%. His other fellow teammates giving him some encouragement there. Shane Heal's come up to help him out. Colbert lands the second one as well. The Bullets go in front, 112 to 110. Third period of overtime. Blahoff. Crawford finds Trevor Torrance. 3-point play coming up for the Perth Wildcats. Robert Sibley chastises himself.
Yeah, the ball went in the low post there to James Crawford, and he turned. He saw Trevor Torrance coming in from the weak side, and Torrance went up. Sibley fouled him. But real calm play there by James Crawford. He's copping plenty of tension down there at the low post. He's getting double teamed. Yeah, 14 points for Trevor Torrance. He's had the service of the game.
He also is normally solid from the free throw line, Trevor Torrance. He's been around 235 NBL games. He's played plenty of pressure matches. He's had enormous success in the Wildcats. Heel, Colbert. Fisher is right on Colbert's leg. Turnover.
It's unlucky there for Dave Colbert. Fisher was screaming. I was watching Fisher play his defence. He was screaming for help from Crawford to give him some help down there underneath the basket, because he wanted, that's where he wanted Colbert to go. He didn't want him to come back towards the foul line.
Torrance. Loggins now playing Torrance. Heaps of respect. Tlaho. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Looks like he'll take it himself. No, kicks it out. Torrance for 3. This'll hurt. Trevor Torrance, the arms go up, and why not? It's 116 to 112. This is a 4-point split.
Perth Wildcats not afraid to milk the clock down in any of these overtimes. Oh, there's a foul on Torrance. So now we've got Loggins, so I'll be back to 2 points. But the Perth Wildcats very patient of the offense in these extra time. And, well, this is the third one now. I'm losing count of them, Terry. But every time they're not afraid to use it up for 25, 27 seconds. We see it here, Torrance. It was soft foul, but, you know, legitimate foul called.
28 points and 4 assists for Leroy Loggins. 1-on-1. If he makes the first, he'll get a go at the second. Curly, these are the games that, you know, players really want to win because they fight so hard.
Well, you know, this game has just been a real test of physical and mental toughness, I tell you.
Loggins just showed a bit of both on that occasion. Wildcats, they still lead by 2.
Terry, give a thought to the two coaches too.
They're doing it tough. They are doing it really tough. There's a fair few people in the crowd doing it tough as well. Crawford, Colbert's on his back. Fisher comes out. Sibley's there, the eyes are open. Try!
Travel. Big call by Eddie Crouch and Andrew Vlahoff.
Vlahoff not too happy about it.
No, a little bit of touch and go there, but referee's right on it. He calls it as he sees it.
Substitution. Andre Moore checks into this game. Luke Gribble checks out. But Gribble, he really has done a good job out there, Luke Gribble. He's run the plays well. He's been solid, hasn't panicked.
Well, I'd say Palmer's now throwing more out. The shot goes up. It gives him that extra rebounding strength in there with Sibley, Colbert and Moore. So
all the big timbers out.
Good move.
Moore. Heel.
Oh.
Turnover. Fisher did it again. Torrance waits for the troops to arrive.
There's a big defensive player in Scott Fisher, Terry.
Crawford to Trevor Torrance. 1 minute 55 seconds left in this game. Perth playing with the ball at the moment. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. They go to Fisher. Big 3-point play coming up for Scott Fisher. And they're just doing it well at the moment.
They are, but I wouldn't get too jubilant yet if I was Scott Fisher. There's 1 minute 47 to go, and there's only still 2 shots in this ball game. And the way this game's gone, you know, this is far from over there. And that foul there was called on Robert Sibley. But Scott Fisher at the line. Terry, he's up to 29 points. This will give him 30 if he makes it. He doesn't. So like I said, you know, it's only still 2 baskets in this game. Plenty of time.
Leroy's gone. Shane Hill wanted him back. Now Colbert comes back. Heel for 3 points. Quick fire. Yes! What a shot! Shane Heel for 3. Is he on fire or what? 38 points.
Like I said, there's one of the shots, Terry. The next one can put them back in front. They don't score this time, Perth.
That's his 8th three-pointer for the night, Shane Heel.
That's 5 on Dave Colbert, 6 on Dave Colbert.
Dave Colbert can take no further part in this game. And that's a bit of a blow as well, because Colbert is such a great free throw shooter, Curly. It's always handy to have him out there.
It certainly is, and whereas James Crawford, his foul shooting down 70%, not renowned for that real coolness here on the foul line in these pressure situations, but yeah, that's what will hurt the Bullets more with Colbert off, because we want him in the on the foul line.
They're all pumped up here. All the players.
All the Perth players, they're up off the bench. Every one of them. It's a long way to go yet, though. A minute 6. We've seen this game fluctuate so many times.
This is the difference between a long trip home and a jubilant short trip home. 3-point ball game. 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the third overtime period. Loggins. Gribble's back out there. Sibley's there. Heel wants the ball. He's the man of the moment. At the moment, Shane Heel popped out. Loggins. Moore picked that up. Heel. 40 seconds left. Luke Gribble drives. Sibley. Heel for 3. Yes! He's tied it up. Shane Heel. The hammer. 120 apiece. Perth will have last use of the ball.
41 big ones for Shane Heel. 9 from 17 as Perth call a timeout to call a final play.
120 apiece, 20 seconds left.
That's 41 points to the hammer, 41 points.
Shane Heel, take a bow. What a performance. Have a look at this. Under pressure, Heel from a long way out, way downtown. Have a look at Scotty Fisher. Look up at the scoreboard.
Yeah, what's going on? But Shane Heel caught Eric Watterson out there. Watterson jumping at him. Shane Heel just took that bounce, got himself balanced, made the big 3. 9 from 17, Terry. 15 from 29 for the game. 41 big ones. It's a huge effort from Shane Heel. And I'll tell you what, throw in the 9 rebounds as well. You don't mention that. You won't mention that. You'll get a phone call during the week.
He'll love those 9 rebounds, Shane Heel. Adrian Hurley doesn't want the camera anywhere near him, so the pressure is mounting on both these coaches. Shane Heel in there offering some further advice to Coach Bruce Palmer. Palmer now really working hard. What a sweet victory. I mean, I know it's a trite comment to say, but no one really deserves to lose this game. They've both played oh so well, and they've entertained so much and turned on some magnificent plays. But someone's got to win, don't they?
Aren't you glad that it's not determined, the winner's not determined like soccer, where they go to the foul line maybe in basketball and make them, like where they have the penalty shootouts in soccer. You know, the team that wins this is going to be the team that deserves it. Okay, the other team that is going to be unlucky, you've got to say that, because really, Terry, you know, both these teams can hold their heads up high, and whichever way it goes, walk away from this stadium knowing that they gave their all, because it has been one of the best games you've ever seen.
Certainly has, without a doubt. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Perth ball.
Fisher the man. He's the one doing the damage. 29 points for Scotty Fisher. Gripple very careful not to foul Mahon. 14 seconds left on the clock. Gribble's in there trying to spoil the play. Watterson. He'll be under pressure now with the ball. Shane Heel trying to make him make a move. Loggins with a turnover. He's got to shoot. He gets it away. Can't do it. Can't do it. Leroy Loggins had a chance to win the game. He saved the game in some regards, coming up with the steal, and then he could have won it in the same move. Let's have a look at it. Loggins. He'll put good pressure on Watterson. There's Loggins. Loggins streaks away, looks at the clock. Now he looks at the basket. He had no time to set himself and still went oh so close.
Terry, great defensive ploy here. Have a look here, Loggins, he misses the shot. But going back, how the Bullets kept the ball away from Fish and Vlahoff. They let Watterson have it, and he's trying to get the ball to Trevor Torrance. Well, if you're the Bullets, that's where you want it to be. But I tell you what, if they get down to the same situation, I hope Perth Wildcats change the play they want to run. They've run the same play virtually the last 3 times when it's come down to the crunch like that. It hasn't worked for them yet once. So they need to change it. And, you know, that's my advice out there. But, oh, gee, Leroy Loggins, he had a big chance there. But Perth had a bigger chance down the other end.
This is unbelievable. Going to overtime, number 4. It's been an absolute delight to watch every second of this basketball encounter, though. It really is. They're the Perth players sucking on the fluids. Geez, they would have lost some fluid tonight.
Hurley's got the sleeves up. Heel's got the cramp.
Shane Heel, don't worry, he'll want to be out there.
I tell you what, I bet his shooting arm's not cramping, though.
What a game he's had. 41 points. 9 3-pointers. I think Bruce Palmer's laughing. Bruce Palmer was dead set, having a bit of a smile and a joke there. Shane Heel. What about the referees? Poor old Eddie Crouch, the retro referee. Talk about the players cramping up. He's out there.
Eddie's flown up this morning. Like you talk about Perth, they played in Townsville last night. Eddie did the Illawarra Geelong game last night and has flown up here today. So the old fellow's had a bit of work to do as well. You know, it's not that he's been sitting up here for a couple of days. But you've got to hand it, the referees have done a marvellous job in this game as well too. This is 10,000 people here at the game, and pressure on everybody, and no more pressure on anybody but those referees out there. They've got to cop the brunt of the whole lot, and they handle it very well. And along Scotty Butler, he's going to come out of this game a lot better for the experience.
Here they come. Both teams come out, and the crowd acknowledge the performance by both these teams with a huge round of applause as they come out for overtime number 4.
Well, I'm sure the Perth people back home, they're going to appreciate the Bullets, and the Bullets crowd here, they're appreciating the Perth players as well. It's just been a magnificent effort from both teams.
Andre Moore gets the tip-off. Could that be a good sign for Brisbane? Don't forget, Brisbane have lost the services of Dave Colbert with 6 fouls. Heel can't do it. They'll come up with it again. The Bullets simply on the grounds come up with it, but he's had to throw it away.
It's bad luck there for Robert Sibley. Big effort, bad luck.
Loggins is hurt his left shoulder. Loggins grimacing in pain at the moment. He's obviously taken a bump right on the point of that shoulder. He'll be okay though. Palmer. The old blood pressure of everybody in the stadium, including Bruce Palmer, copping a bit of a workout. And give Dave Colbert some credit. He might be fouled out of this game, but he's right there on the sideline and adding his strength to the bench. Down on one knee, as anxious as anyone. So Perth. Overtime number 4. Vlahoff being double teamed by Gribble and Heel. That was off the hand of Robert Sibley.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
Torrance. He's had a pretty handy game, Trevor Torrance as well. He's had 18 points. He's made a couple of big clutch baskets. Crawford can't do it. Loggins flew high there. Perth were lacking rebounders on that occasion. So the Bullets with Use of the ball now. Dribble. Top of the keyway. Loggins won't be filling up. Shoulder at the moment. Can't make the turnaround shot. Blahoff comes up with it, so we've had no score so far in the fourth overtime period. Loggins with another steal. Andre Moore's with him. He'll take it himself, Loggins. Foul. And James Crawford. Loggins will go to the line. I think Leroy's feeling the pinch a bit too.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's not the only one out there, is he? There was a big steal there. James Crawford just lacked a little bit of a concentration. Got him fair and square down the other end.
Loggins on his haunches at the moment. Don't worry, he'll spark up. Those defensive players, the turnarounds by Loggins, and here comes Catalini into the game. We haven't seen a lot of him tonight. Catalini had a big game against the Suns last night.
A brave move from Adrian.
Crawford checks out. So the pressure, Adrian Hurley, he's got plenty of faith in the youngsters in his lineup, and he's showing it. Catalini out there. Loggins on the free throw line. Makes the first. First points of this fourth overtime period go to Leroy Loggins from the free throw line. Can he make the second? The money man for Brisbane does it. 122. 120. So they're shooting from the free throw line. It's been as good as possible tonight for the Brisbane Bullets. Catalini with the ball. As I said, hasn't played a lot of minutes tonight. Heel right on Watterson.
Look at the job Sibley's doing on Fisher.
Sibley's doing a massive job on Scotty Fisher. Blahoff. And the foul by Gribble.
Well, we could keep an eye on Sibley. He's doing a great job there on Scotty Fisher. Scotty Fisher hasn't seen the ball too much in that last extra time, and now this one. But the pressure's on Andrew Blahoff. Bending over there, touching his toes, trying to get his breath back.
78% from the free throw line, Andrew Blahoff. So I don't know if the pressure will worry him too much. He's been around, it's his fourth NBL season. Stanford University, in the States College Ball, Barcelona Olympics. Makes the two, ties the ball game up. 122. 122, the Bullets against the Wildcats. Fourth period of overtime. Loggins to Gribble. Gribble tries to score a basket of his own. Andre Moore, won't count the points. No basket. The points won't count. The foul was called on Luke Gribble. So Luke Gribble will get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Catalini fouling there. See Adrian Hurley pacing up and down the court, wanting to know what he's got to do. So now the pressure comes back to Luke Gribble. All the shots that have been made this quarter have been on the foul line. Luke Gribble, this is the first.
Loggins just goes up, gives him some encouragement. Can he make the second? Luke Gribble. Yes, he can. 123, 122. 1 point ball game. Bullets looking for a stop. Wildcats looking for a basket. They'll take two, they'll take one, but they'd love a three. Torrance. Once again, wherever Fisher goes, Robert Sibley's there. Have a look at Sibley. Fisher trying to put the moves on. He did well to get away. He got open.
It's a tough move. Can't blame Sibley for his defence there. He played very good defence. You see Larkin comes in for Gribble.
So Larkins, they call him the dog. He'll be out there hustling, trying to force that turnover. 1 point ball game, 2 minutes left. The Bullets trailed by 4 points in the third period of overtime, and they came back to tie it up at 120 apiece. Heels open, three won't go down, and Blahoff flew awfully high to pull that down. So now the Perth Wildcats, the pendulum just swings their way at the moment. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Lahoff. Loggins is the man looking after him. Still Torrance open, makes the two. So Trevor Torrance, I can tell you, Curly.
Terry, that's a tough shot. He certainly is. That's a tough shot. He ran the baseline, caught the ball, jumped, shot it in midair, and it went down. That's a very tough shot to make. Oh, big defensive play there, went astray.
Loggins, Andre Moore. Oh, please.
Yeah, that should be a Bullets ball, that. Scott Butler's out of there. Eddie Crouch is telling him it's definitely a Brisbane Bullets ball. Yes.
So a Bullets ball, Catalini doesn't like it. Andre Moore, I thought he could have got up there and really ran that one home.
Yes.
I guess the old cliche, how vital will that be in the outcome? We're only 1 minute and 7 seconds away from finding out, so we'll let you know then.
I tell you, this game has got it all. I tell you, Andre Moore, he had that easy shot there.
Been a beauty. Loggins, Torrance trying to stop Leroy Loggins. And Blahoff strips him of the ball. Loggins wants the foul.
I tell you what, I think the crowd's feeling the pressure of it too, Terry. They've gone a little bit quiet even.
They've cheered themselves hoarse. Heel for two. Loggins grabs the rebound. Loggins, the hook shot goes down. 125 the Bullets, 126 the Perth Wildcats. 42 seconds left on the clock. The Bullets will have the last use of the ball, Curly. Here goes Fisher. Can they stop him? Loggins grabs the rebound. And that means Perth will have last use of the ball.
Yeah, they're not going to have too many seconds to do it in, and the Bullets have got the biggest chance now of all time, and it's the guy with the ball.
Now they've got to use the clock well. 18 seconds left on the shot clock, about 20 seconds left on the game clock. Timeout's a call from Bruce Palmer. 1 point ball game. 13.7 seconds left on the shot clock. And the pressure continues to mount. I didn't think it could mount anymore. We're up to the peak at Mount Everest now.
Well, the minimum time that Perth are going to get is 1.7 seconds. But now they've got to be careful they don't foul. They don't want to foul anybody here. Like Leroy Loggins, Terry, he just run out of superlatives for him. He just keeps doing it all, doesn't he? Like, that was a big rebound he took down there. But maybe Scotty Fisher took that shot, but he's been shooting so well. And now it comes down.
Loggins has 34 points. He's made 3 3-pointers and he's picked up 14 rebounds. He's had 4 steals, Curly. Some of them have they've been some massive turning points.
Yeah, it wasn't just the fact that he stole the ball, it was the time that he did it. It was just such a vital time. And, Leroy Loggins has probably been voted the best defensive players in the league over the years.
Everyone's getting tired here. The players, the dancing girls, they've never danced so much in their whole lives.
Crowd, everybody.
Trevor Torrance, he's got his head down, but he's come up with some big plays, Trevor Torrance. 1 point ball game. The Bullets trail. Perth are in front, 126 to 125. But they've got to try and stop the Bullets, who have 12 seconds to score.
Well, who's going to run the play this time? Will it be Loggins, heel, or will it go to Moore inside?
You always feel safer if you're a Bullets fan if the ball's in the hands of Leroy Loggins. You just know if he can make it, he will.
Well,
Perth would like to try and keep it out of his hands.
They've got to be careful though. They just can't leave like one of these players. Gribbles played well tonight. Sibley's played well tonight. You leave them alone underneath the basket or around, they're going to make the shot as well. So you just can't ignore those players. But you're right. Who will they run the play for? My bet's on Loggins.
Sibley will bring the ball in. Moore's out there. James Crawford's back out there for the Perth Wildcats. Moore, Sibley, didn't want it back by the look of that. Heel, Heel takes the shot for 2. Down they go! 2 points! The Bullets in front, 3.7 seconds left. Have a look at Shane Heel.
Well, I reckon
look at the high fives on the Bullets bench. Palmer went up there. The Bullets erupt, but there's 3.7 seconds left.
Terry, no player deserves this shot more than Shane Heel. Have a look at this. He's beat Waterston. He's beat Crawford. He's balanced up over the top of Crawford. Great shot, tough shot, pressure shot, but the way Shane Heel's played, he deserves to make that shot, and all credit's got to go to him. Have a look at it here. He's once more. See this Crawford, they're both paying attention. Blahoff a little bit slow getting out to him. Shane Heel fade away, and all net. Swish.
Geez, when you're hot, 43 points for Shane Heel, and he just enjoyed making that basket. Have a look. Simply's got his arm around Shane Heel. They should carry him out of the joint tonight. He's done a magnificent job. The Perth Wildcats, you've got 3.7 seconds left. The Bullets probably think they've got this game. They've worked hard, so have the Wildcats without Ricky Grace.
Well, they've just got to be careful now that they don't foul the inbound pass. Make the Perth Wildcats bring the ball up, and don't foul the shooter, because Perth are going to have to throw up a desperation shot, and you don't want to be anywhere near the shooter. Although, you know, they make it, but you know, you're better off taking those odds and fouling them and sending to the foul line for that one-on-one situation. So, you know, the odds are in the Bullets' favour now.
Hurley, we really have seen Shane Heel at his very best tonight. We often say, you know, sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down, sometimes he's absolutely fantastic. But tonight, from the word go, he was pumped up. He's had a big week, and really he's just shown how great a player he is tonight. And CJ Bruton, the youngster's out. 3.7 seconds left. 1 point ball game. Bullets don't want to foul. Blahoff, the desperation shot. Went awfully close. Brisbane Entertainment Centre erupts. The Bullets win an absolute thriller, a heart-stopper, a cliffhanger, whatever superlative you want to use. The Bullets home in the 4th period of overtime, believe it or not. 127 to 126. They can all take a bow. Players from both teams were absolutely superb. The Bullets on the night, they get the victory by 1 point. Have a look at Bruce Palmer. They're going to celebrate this victory, and they're going to celebrate it in fine style. What a huge performance with Shane Heel finishing with 43 points. What a huge game he's had. You enjoy that, Curly?
Sensational game, and here's the guy, Shane Heel. Great, deserved everything, deserves all the plaudits that he gets, and he wants to play in that starting 5 of the Australian team. And tonight's game, if the coaches and selectors look at that, there's no reason why he shouldn't.
There won't be one person who goes away from this stadium unhappy. The Brisbane Bullets, what a performance, 127 to 126. They're looking championship material.
Let's get it on.